Alright, hello everyone and welcome to AEW Discussion. I'm also an AEW enthusiast, Doug. In today's episode I'm going to be discussing Dynamite, December 14, 2022 episode. Well, not just any episode of Dynamite, no, this is the annual Winter is Coming episode of Dynamite. And this episode was going to be main evented by a AEW World Title match and also Dynamite Diamond Battle Ring winner takes all match, MJF versus Ricky Starks. And with that, we're going to get right into the action, starting with the return of the House of Black. So before the match got even started, Julia Hart would spray black mist in the eyes of Nick Alvarado, which took him out of the equation, and then Matthews and King simply obliterated everybody else at ringside, and Black would put an exclamation point on things with Black Mass laying out Marshall for the pin. So this was a great reintroduction to the House of Black, and it made them look like the unstoppable force that they should have been from the beginning. Black patiently observing the destruction caused by his teammates, then delivering the final blow. Easily the best part of this segment right there. So hopefully AEW can follow this up and be consistent with their booking of the House of Black, because this is truly, I think, my favorite trio on the show. Or I guess four of them. Action Andretti versus Chris Jericho. So I was debating whether or not to put this match in here, but given how hot the crowd was for that match, man, either that crowd did not like Chris Jericho, or they were really like the Action Andretti. I don't know what it was, but that was certainly the loudest crowd I've heard in an AEW show in quite some time. So Chris Jericho lost their Ring of Honor final battle to Claudio Castagnoli, also losing the Ring of Honor World title in the process, and that might very well be the start of a downward spiral for Chris Jericho that only got worse on Dynamite, with a loss to a young competitor that he referred to as a jobber prior to the match. That jobber being Maryland Championship Wrestling standouts Action Andretti, who apparently also got a contract after the match, so congrats to him on that. So right about the point where Andretti kicked out of the code breaker and in his commercial break, it became clear that he was not going down easy. He was tough in this match and able to absorb everything that Jericho could throw at him. Late with his energy seemingly boundless, he caught Jericho with an ugly tornado DDT. He's going to want to work on that. And finished him with a run-in shooting star press and got the biggest win of his young career. Overconfidence appears to have gotten the best of Jericho lately, costing him both the Ring of Honor World title and also this match. Now, there was an interesting character development before the match backstage, where Jericho insisted that Daniel Garcia, after losing the Ring of Honor Pure title, that he would be stuck with Sammy Guevara and basically learning under Sammy Guevara. So might Jericho be taking some time off soon? Perhaps most people are certainly hoping that he does. I can certainly see the argument for him being overexposed over the last 6 months. And if this was the start of a vacation, it was certainly an entertaining way to send someone off. Credit to Andrade for keeping up with Jericho in this match. I don't know if there's an actual vacation, but if he did kind of just disappear out of this, it might be the best thing, maybe. But I don't know. Ruby Soho versus Ty Mello. So at All Out 0 Hour, Ty Mello shattered Ruby Soho's nose, requiring reconstructive surgery and putting her out of action for 3 months. She returned last week and battled Mello one-on-one, looking to settle their differences once and for all. Mello would control the pace of the match throughout the break and appeared to be on route to victory, but Soho would escape and attempted to Ty KO, and rocked her with her own knee to the nose. No future followed as Soho scored the hard-fought victory. So this was a physical match, or battle rather, elevated by an above-average effort by the commentary team to put over the history between these two competitors, and also mention the injury that sidelined Soho. Unlike other matches that take place within the women's division on any given week, this one adds a story behind it and two performers able to carry out their roles in it. So, Ty Mello, like her or not, she does play a great bad guy, and maybe she does make such a great bad guy because people are annoyed by her personal relationship with Sammy Guevara, but she's a great performer overall, and she does the little things like body language or facial expressions, does them well to help elevate her performance, and hopefully now with Soho back in the fold, she gets a second chance to be the star that she should have been in the first place. I guess we'll see how it goes with her. Doesn't look like her feud with Ty Mello is over. because Anna Jay inserted herself into the mix, so that one's going to be continuing. And then the show concludes with an AEW World Championship and Dynamite Diamond Ring match, Ricky Starks versus MJF. So to finish this match, which left MJF laying out Starks with a low blow, it was a great finish, even if the execution getting there might have left a bit to be desired. These guys played back to last week's promo, which MJF ended up a similar low blow. So what it shows is that when else fails, MJF will find a cheap shot or a low blow to get him a win, establishing that and building MJF's reign on the idea that he will always find a way to hold on to the title to win. No matter how many times it looks like he's coming close to losing, he will find a way to win. It's not the worst way to book a bad guy champion, but I think what shouldn't be forgotten is that MJF is a great wrestler and talker, so having him get a few clean wins every now and then would be nice to really help emphasize that. Now it appears his next opponent is already being lined up, that being the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and I don't know if you can expect a clean win in that match, but I guess we'll have to see. Danielson would chase MJF out of the arena to close up the show, so their eventual showdown is set. I don't know when. I can't imagine they're being saving it to a pay-per-view, so look for a special edition episode of Dynamite for that to happen. I know they got the Holiday Bash coming up next week. I don't think it's going to be next week. I know they got some sort of New Year's special. I don't know if maybe then, but yeah, I would imagine it happens sometime next month, maybe January. Maybe if we could squeeze it in at the end of December, maybe. But either way, that match should be better than this one. Not that this wasn't a great match, but for a TV match, it was, a solid world title match. But there's only so much you can do with title matches on TV. And while it is nice that the world title is being defended on TV in MJF's first title reign, ultimately, again, these guys limited in terms of what they can do, just time constraint wise, and then commercial breaks and everything else. So they did just fine. It was a solid match, but Bryan Danielson is just a different kind of competitor than Ricky Starks. So, and with that, we'll go and wrap up this episode of AEW Discussion. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like button down below.